Alright, so today we're going to discuss the latest news in video games as of January 26, 2022. So obviously a lot of the information you see is stuff that might have happened a little bit ago, but obviously it's still pretty relevant to today. So yeah, let's get into it. So first of all, Activision, that's the big story. Microsoft purchased Activision for $69 billion a few days ago. That's the most ever for a video game company. This means Activision games like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Mobile, etc. will be rebranded or changed significantly in the coming years. Although we don't know what those changes are, it is going to be super interesting to see how Microsoft can remake these. Microsoft already announced that they're building a new survival game with Activision, commenting that every story needs a teller and every world needs builders. What if that could be you? They did also list some open positions in their new survival game, so if you're interested in working on a super high profile game like this, go check it out. It's a super big deal, not only for video game players, but also in the stock market. Sony's value dropped $20 billion because Microsoft's value increased by that much. That's a massive drop off. Also, one more thing we could look to expect is more Activision games on Xbox, or fine-tuned for Xbox, which would be super interesting. FIFA 23 is another big story. They asked EA to pay them $1 billion to continue the FIFA series, which has obviously been on EA for the longest time. EA declined the offer, and both sides were apparently very happy that the other side declined the offer, which means FIFA is now free and EA is now free of FIFA. Um, FIFA will be able to completely create a new product or actually run with their original product. Companies like Activision and 2K, who already make sports games or make really high quality games for the same target audience, could change the game dramatically to better model their own games if these companies were to buy an agreement with FIFA. For any fans of EA who really like the EA way of FIFA, it's a guarantee that EA is going to create their own simulation soccer game, which will be in direct competition with FIFA, but we don't actually have news of that yet because EA will have to completely create the game from scratch in order for it to be viable. Next up, Achilles Interactive, a company from Boston, which has the first FDA-approved video game prescription plan in the world. This is super interesting. They claim that their video games can help treat and lower ADHD in certain people, which is fascinating if it could be true. Achilles is planning to go public in the recent weeks by merging with a special acquisition company. Going public means that their stocks will be open for other people to buy, meaning they will raise a ton of money. They believe all of this money that they raise could have them worth at $1 billion after the merger, a massive boost. The company also has games in the works to help combat autism, multiple sclerosis, and depression, which is super interesting. So be on the lookout for that type of stuff if you know anyone, or if you're just interested in learning more about it. Finally, The Rock seems to be working on a new video game movie. Although this isn't directly correlated to video games, I thought it was quite interesting. He didn't release any new details, but a lot of news reports suggest that this new video game movie is going to be from a franchise that a lot of people already know, something like Metal Gear, Castlevania, Kirby, something like that. The Rock has not released any details on purpose. He's trying to hide it from us and make it a surprise, I guess. So, there's also some new and upcoming games. So these are the three biggest ones in the next month. Rainbow Six Extraction, which I believe already came out. It's a cooperative remake of the original Rainbow Six Siege, designed to make players team up to fight parasitic aliens. It's a super interesting game if you're looking for something similar to Halo, maybe. Then there's Sifu, a fighting martial arts game where you play as a kung fu student attempting to avenge the people who killed your family. You get to train and develop and get older, and it progresses as a natural storyline. And obviously this game is gonna use the traditional watercolors and other color aspects of former games. And finally Elden Ring, which is a super complicated, probably the best game of 2022, I'd say so far. It hasn't come out yet, but it's a new release from Software, which has an open world setting, and its lore was created by George R. R. Martin, the person who wrote the books behind the popular TV show series The Game of Thrones. The Game of Thrones is considered to be one of the most complicated and in-depth TV series in the world, so there's no doubt that Elden Ring is going to be a super fun game for anyone looking for a long story game, maybe similar to Destiny. That's all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you.